All right, hey, what's up guys? Coach Mac, Play Fast Football. Sorry it's been a while since our last video. We started spring football, end of the school year, a lot going on, so haven't really had time to get in here. Been posting a couple shorts, but going to try and do a video for you guys today, talking to position coaches about what I think the difference in Indy and EDD is and how you can build your Indy a little bit different based on your needs. Make sure you check out some of our partners, GameStrat, sideline replay company we use. I've used them at the last two schools that I've been at for the last 5 or 6 years. If you're looking for highly reliable, highly affordable, great customer service, make sure you check out GameStrat. All right, Dome Hats, headwear company that we use. I use them for Play Fast. We use them at Bishop Kenny. Completely customizable. You can get them fitted. You can get them snapback. You can get them Velcro enclosures, different style hats. Really great for athletic programs, small businesses, promote your brand. All right, stock hats suck. Make sure you check out Dome Hats. Baker Sporting Goods company we use for all of our gear. Coaches gear, players gear, all distributed from Baker Sporting Goods. We get some shoulder pads and some helmets from Baker Sporting Goods, big in the baseball world, so make sure you check out Baker Sporting Goods. DifferenceUSA, the ultimate striking machine. We have 2 or 3 in our weight room. If you want to strike violently, you got to practice striking violently. They hook up right to the racks in your weight room, in season, out of season. Get extra reps in the weight room, get extra reps over the summer, learning how to strike. All right, Aren Consulting. Dan and his guys do a great job recruiting education, right? Teaching parents, players, keeping head coaches at the forefront of the recruiting process, NCAA timeline, important dates, building your college contacts. He has all kind of webinars and virtual clinics and things that he does to help with the recruiting process. Go to getaren.com, check out Aren Consulting. BrandTek, all right, company out of Wisconsin, one of the newest partners to Play Fast. They currently have a Play Fast store open for the next 5 days. They've got t-shirts, hoodies, they've got sneakers, they've got sandals, they've got Crocs. If you're looking for Play Fast swag, help support the program, right? We've done a lot of things for the coaching community over the last 10 years, 800 free videos on YouTube. You can help support us by going to BrandTek. BrandTek, go to there's a store. It's on my Twitter page. It's BrandTekUSA.com/store/FastFB if you want to check out some Play Fast products. They've got sports drinks for hydration purposes. They've got disinfectant sprays with microbials to clean your locker room, your equipment, try and get rid of staph infection, all that other stuff that we need to eliminate. They've got a fundraising platform. They distribute the Q Collar. So many great things that they do. Check out BrandTek, located in Wisconsin. Awesome guys, awesome company. FlyRoute, I just did a Patreon video showing some stuff from our practice with our drone angle. Unbelievable teaching tool to have that drone angle. If you are not using drones, you need to look into using drones. FlyRoute is the #1 company for drones and athletics. The eye in the sky does not lie. Go to their website, FlyRoute.com. Use the promo code PlayFast. Get 20% off license, certification. Get yourself a drone. It's the best teaching tool out there. Sting8740@gmail.com. Email me, contact me. I've got all kind of virtual clinics that we've done, 11 or 12 different ones, 3-3 stack, RPOs, O-line stuff, screen game, Noma Zone, tackling from Atavis, tight front stuff that I've done, blitz family stuff, all kind of different coaches on there, 11 or 12 of them, over 20 hours of football. Email me, I'll let you know how you can purchase that stuff. All right, so we are in the second week of spring right now, and one of the things that as a coordinator that I always have to look at is trying to figure out what our guys are doing in their Indy periods, right? So the first thing I think you need to understand as a position coach, all right? To me, there's a difference between Indy and what we would call EDDs, right? So EDDs are everyday drills, all right? So for me, the way I look at it as a position coach, coaching the middle safety, there's going to be some EDDs incorporated into my Indy, but my Indy is not EDDs the entire time. Okay, so when you are early in camp, especially in the spring, summer, fall, whenever you get into camp, a lot of your Indy time is going to be, EDD, stance, start, all right, get off, transitions like pedaling and changing directions. Linebackers, all right, their stances, their reads, keys, things that they may be doing, all right. EDDs are those drills that you would do, quote unquote, every day, right? But inside of an Indy period as a position coach, as the installation starts to pick up, as more things go in, as you get more reps on film, Indy becomes a time where, based on the practice plan, you might have to be working on some EDDs to get started, all right? But then the rest of your Indy, you may have to be working on some things that your kids are struggling with, right? So when you get that practice plan and your coach, your coordinator, whoever it is, lays it out for you, and you look at the blocks that are there, all right, and then you're watching film and you're making notes of your position and things that you're struggling with and things you need to improve on, what you then need to do, or the coordinator can do it if he needs to, is inside of that Indy period, based on the install that's going in or the things that are giving you trouble, your Indy period may start with your EDDs, right? So maybe the first 5 minutes of Indy, you're working on those things. You want to hit them every day. Maybe if you have pre-practice, so another way to do this, okay, is if your coach gives you a pre-practice, that might be a time that you work on some of your EDDs, right? So pre-practice, the kids aren't really stretched yet. You can't do anything crazy, but maybe you can work on stance. Maybe you can work on keys, all right? Maybe you can work on D-line movements, on trash cans, all right? Whatever it may be. Maybe you can work on some press man-to-man stuff, all right, with your corners, or your safeties can do some catch man. Stuff that's not going to involve a lot of heavy running because they haven't stretched yet, all right? But, you know, it's something that you can cut time into your Indy, because now when we start to get into the season, second week, we've got a lot of install that's gone in. We've got a lot of things that we need to clean up off film. So now when you get your Indy period and you look at it and there's a 15-minute block of time, all right, that Indy period is probably telling you that the D-line, the linebackers, safeties, corners, they're on their own for 15 minutes. Okay, but if your coordinator has scripted it for you or your head coach has scripted it for you, all right, then that's one way you can do it. If not, what you need to do as your position coach is you need to take that 15-minute block of time, all right? So when I know that I've got Indy, all right, and let's say I've got that 15 minutes, all right, I now need to take that block of time and figure out, okay, really need to work on our drops in sky coverage, for argument's sake, with the safeties, okay? Really need to work on the difference between being a force or a fold player when we're playing sky, okay? Maybe the corners and the safeties have some type of bracket man deal that they got to work on, okay? Or maybe we have to work against stacked receivers. All right, so maybe our install tells us that we got some man stuff going in, but there's no time set aside for us to work on bunch, compressed, or stack sets. Nothing's built into the practice, but I know that we're going to see it, so I know that maybe we've got to take our Indy. So I might tell, all right, the corners or the safeties, I say, hey, you guys got 10 minutes of Indy on your own. The last 5 minutes, we're going to get together and we're going to do this. All right, so sometimes you can block together as a coordinator. You can put into your practice plan that you need a 5-minute period with these guys working on that. All right, one of the things that we did yesterday during the linebacker, at the end of the linebacker Indy, we worked a vision and break drill. Right, so I told that coach that we needed my middle safety, all right, and his will linebackers, we needed work on our vision and break stuff when we're sending 5 or 6 playing zone coverage behind it. We teach it. All right, we need to work on our vision and break stuff. So we incorporated that into the Indy. Right, so there's 2 ways to do it. You can either have, there's times if it's something that has to be done as part of the install or something we need to get done, like half line reads with corners and safeties. That's normally a 10-minute period that's blocked out on the schedule that tells you at that time we're doing half line reads, corners, safeties, whatever it may be, maybe Sam linebackers or nickels. Okay, but if that's not mapped out on there, as a position coach, when you get your Indy block, what you need to figure out is what's being installed. What do we need to work on? What do we need to fix? So now when I set up that Indy, it's not always the same 15 minutes. What drives me nuts as a coordinator, and again, I can control this if I need to because I can set up Indy for everybody if I need to, but what drives me nuts is when I see Indy and it's the same 15 minutes of drills every day. Okay? Yes, you need EDDs, everyday drills. Yes, you need to work on certain things every day. All right, so like for corners, safeties, transitions, back pedal breaks, yes, those things need to be hit every day. Well, maybe for 5 minutes one day you work on a certain type, and then the next day for 5 minutes you work on a different type, all right? But you have to incorporate into your plan the things that you need to work on. So for us, I know all the time with corners, we constantly have to work on our cover to jam technique, okay? And then for my safeties, we constantly need to work on how we are playing the deep half part of the coverage. Well, as a safeties coach, I need to build that into my Indy. If I'm not being given any other time, because the practice you only have X amount of time, right? And we've got tackling circuits, and we've got inside run, and we've got 7-on-7, and we've got team, or we've got blitz on cans. You start to run out of time into practice. So now you've got to find a way as a position coach to incorporate things into your Indy, because now you're becoming a teacher. All right, it's one thing to just lay drills out and go, hey, I got 15 minutes of Indy. Okay, W drill, back pedal transitions, back pedal turn and run, 45 breaks, post corner, double moves. Yeah, we need work on all those things, but we don't need that to be 15 minutes every single day. At some point, we need to evaluate what we're struggling with, and we need to build drills in to our Indy as a position coach. So for me as a position coach, when I watch film, I see the things that we're struggling with. I now have to create drills in my Indy, because if I'm not given any other time, if I know that I'm going from pre-practice, all right, to a walkthrough, to tackling circuits, all right, from tackling circuits, we're going to inside run. From inside run, we're going to Skelly. From Skelly, we're going to team. If that's the practice plan for that hour and 25 minutes or whatever it may be, whatever we are struggling with, I need to work on in my individual period. All right, so if I get 15 minutes of Indy after tackling circuits, before we have to go to inside run, I have to figure out what are we struggling with, what do we need to do, and I need to build that into my Indy. That's part of being a position coach. Now, as a coordinator, you could also script that for your coaches, right? If they're not getting it done and they're young and they don't understand that, because for me, in my experience, Indy to position coaches equals EDDs. All right, Indy for most position coaches equals, hey, that's the time where I do these drills, right? And they're looking for new drills at clinics and online and other places. That is only part of Indy. The other part of Indy is teaching. The other part of Indy is figuring out how to take situations that are occurring in situations that are occurring in different courses of practice, in team and in inside and in Skelly, and certain drops and certain coverages in our reads. So for us, one of the things, middle safety, we've been struggling with, all right, is when we play our version of 3 buzz, all right, the middle safety is what I would, consider a drop-down insert player. Okay, well, we spend so much time talking about coverage and so much time in 7-on-7 in the off-season, and so much time that when we do all that when it comes to time to be team or inside run, we get down on our drop, okay, and when we get down, instead of being able to know what we're reading for run fits, everything becomes an automatic drop. Our Sam linebackers are struggling with the same issue right now. All right, because in the offseason, we spend so much time on 7-on-7, so much time on coverage, so much time on the back end, because that's really all we can do in the offseason. Well, all of a sudden, when spring starts and it's 11-on-11, we need to fit runs. So we got to indoctrinate our guys, get them back into, all right, we got to get them used to run reads again. So I had to put some drills in for my middle safety so that we can do some buzz drills to where we're walking down, I'm giving them some type of half line read or whatever it is. Maybe there's a back and a cue. I'm giving them some type of tackle read, hard blocks, pass sets. And now I have to incorporate that into my Indy because we're struggling with it on film. There's no other time in the practice for me to do that. So I have to know as a coach how to fix my position. Right? So that's one of the things as a young position coach, you need to figure out that Indy doesn't mean run your same EDD drills every day. All right, that's not what Indy means. Indy just means you've got your position group for 15 minutes. If your coordinator or head coach hasn't laid it out for you, you need to start figuring out a way to be a teacher, right, and not just a facilitator. So when you're doing EDD drills every day as a coach, you're really just a facilitator. You're telling them these drills that they need to do, back pedal, W drill, transition, how we're going to plant, T-step, turn and run, double moves, post corner, open, all right, to whatever angle you want to open at. That's just being a facilitator of those drills, okay? At some point, you need to facilitate those drills for a short amount of time. And then you need to break into becoming an actual teacher. You need to teach and fix the things that are going on. You need to teach the install. You need to know what's being installed. You need to fix what happened on film. All right? That's all part of growing and learning as a position coach. All right? I know we all want to talk schemes. I know we all want to draw things on the board that are great, but these are important things to me as somebody who's been doing it for 24, 25 years, a head coach for 21 or 22 years, a GA in college. I feel like it's part of my job to help the coaching community get through everything, not just tight 3 high, not just quarters, not just 2 read, not just pressures, right? Not just power RPOs, not just, passing concepts, not 4 strong passing concepts. We got to learn how to practice. We got to learn how to make coaches better coaches. And one of the ways you can do that is you can teach your guys, okay, that during Indy, I need to become a teacher and not just a facilitator, right? The facilitator is the guy that's just doing the same EDDs every day. Blow a whistle, hey guys, do this, do this, do this. The teacher is a guy that is figuring out how to fix, how to install, all right, and how to make things from those Indy periods game-like, right? How do I create drills and make things game-like for my guys? All right, so just a little bit something hopefully that can help you guys out when you're talking about being a position coach, learning how to be a position coach. What does your Indy period mean? Doesn't always mean EDDs. Yes, you should have some EDDs in there. Maybe EDDs can be done at a different time during practice depending on the position you coach. But Indy also becomes a time where you need to be a teacher. You need to fix things. You need to address issues that you're having that are showing up on film. It may be the only time in a practice you get a chance to do so, right? So your coach comes to you, excuse me, I make notes for my guys all the time. Hey guys, we got to work on these things. This is what I see as a coordinator. But yet on a practice plan, there's not a lot of windows for us to do specifically that. So as a position coach, you need to take the initiative and go, hey, during my Indy, I'm going to fix that. That's not happening again. I'm going to create a drill. I'm going to find a drill. We're going to work on that. All right, so hopefully that helps you guys understand a little bit what an Indy period is. To me, the difference between Indy and straight EDDs, what you can build into your Indies, what you should be building into your Indy periods. All right, so as always, guys, hit that subscribe button. Up over 25,900 subscribers, getting closer to 26,000, so keep doing your thing. Turn your notifications on so you know every time a video comes out or we jump on YouTube Live. Good chance I'm on YouTube Live tonight, possibly tomorrow. If the schedules work out, we're a little bit earlier out today, so hopefully I might be able to get on Wednesday night. Make sure you leave a comment if you have a question or a concern about the video that we did or about another topic. Thumbs up, thumbs down. Either way, you watch the video, it's your opinion. Like it, don't like it, that's what it's there for. That's what creating content is all about. You have the right to give it a thumbs up, thumbs down. Leave a comment, positive, negative. I read them all. I try to respond because I appreciate everything that you guys do for us. Make sure you check out our partners. All right, make sure you check out BrandTek and that PlayFast store. It's on my Twitter. I put a link on there. So if you follow me on Twitter, one of my posts has the link on there. It takes you right to the store. Support PlayFast Football. Email me if you're interested in any of those clinics. Patreon site that I have going on has a lot of videos. I just did a video Monday from our team session. I'm getting ready to do a video tomorrow or Friday on some special teams drills we're doing that I think can possibly help your guys. So Patreon is always YouTube on steroids, so make sure you check that out. All right, still working on 2025 clinic live, still working on some virtual clinic stuff, and I'm actually working on putting camps together here in the Northeast Florida area because I think that's the next thing we can be doing to help the game. Love everything you guys do for me. Appreciate your support. 10 years strong. So, everything is going in the right direction. We just need to keep building the brand, keep moving things forward. Remember, you won't play well until you play fast. I will see you guys next time.